The first player in the auction is
Halla.
and the second player in the auction is sold.
We'll have a great performance, I hope. In terms of at least getting the team, I don't know about
Kimchi.
I think Sanju Samson's appointment as the captain of the Royals is a significant move for the franchise. I think going in the direction with a young captain, giving him the reins, will prove in the long run to be the right decision, because it's basically what Indian cricket wants, it's where Indian cricket is going, and it's the right decision for everybody at this stage.
Sanju's got an ability, well, he's got natural leadership skills, he's got an amazing energy which you only see when you're part of the group in the season, but even in his interviews post-match, the way he brought the group together during the tournament towards that back end, actually light-hearted conversation before the match, let them all relax. Those are some of the qualities that we saw in him.
Retention and release of Steve Smith was purely based on the fact that we were looking at a new leader, an Indian leader who could take us well into the future.
I think we're going for a rebalancing of the side, which you'll see coming out of this auction, and so having Steve there at 12.5 crores doesn't quite make sense to the balance of our auction purse. Here in the Royals Academy in Nagpur, we're building a state-of-the-art facility, which means we can hold trials, camps throughout the year, while creating that Rajasthan Royals family environment. So we've got Zubin, who's our lead on talent identification. So he will be reviewing, say 15, 20 players a day. He will then pick the 4 or 5 who he thinks are potential acquisitions, and we'll send that footage through to Kumar so he can review it.
We have our scouting team and also the analyst company. They go through the database of the domestic tournaments, and we call them for trials, and we have our own database, which is everyone's number and contact details we have from all over India. Then as per the shortlisted player, after the performance of every domestic tournament, we shortlist them and then we call them.
Bold.
11.25, let's continue through that lot. We'll be going through the full auction many times, running through different scenarios, building up the price ranges that we think players are going to get to, stressing scenarios to try and understand how we'll react in those situations.
The player's name in the auction.
Chris Morris, I just reached straight away 5 crores. Punjab 5 crore, RR 5.25, Punjab 6.5, RR 6.75, Punjab 7, Chris Morris 11.25 to RR, 11.25 to RR, sold.
Oh no, second. Put which one? Shivam Dubey.
KKR 4 crore for Shivam Dubey. 5.5 to KKR. 5 to KKR. RR 6.75, sold. Shivam Dubey goes to RR.
It's going to be a really exciting day. We'll create our final plan. We're going to discuss that with Manoj, the lead owner, later today.
Hi Kumar. Hi Kumar. Along with that is effectively right up front is Morris. We will know very quickly whether we get Morris or not, because there's also Jameson who's coming behind, and we feel that Punjab may have more interest in that than Morris. It's almost certain that we will get him.
Morris would be a top priority.
Manoj, there's absolutely no issue in terms of the sequencing and in terms of the pricing. We can absolutely get Morris.
Go hard on a guy like Zakaria. I mean, within reason, yes, but I think I agree with Zubin very strongly that he's the best out of that lot. He's kind of far ahead of the rest of the options that we have.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, he came to our trials and he showed us all the tricks that he has. He's been very solid over the last 6 months, 8 months with Saurashtra. Plays in the same team as JD. He's been very solid. Seems like a great individual. We've had great chats.
But he's basically, I think we can share the stats, but I think he's gone at around a 4.5 economy in the side Mushtaq and taken a lot of wickets. And he came to our trials, so Zubin got a good look at him there.
There's a Kuldeep Yadav, a tall 6'3", boy from Delhi who's gone completely under the radar. Just comes in and bowls fast. Kuldeep Yadav. Yeah, correct. The left-arm fast bowler. So he's just completely raw, completely out of the bush. We have no idea how he'll sort of take shape, but it's definitely a punt that we would like to take in the auction. That nobody's going to be bidding for him. He's got some raw pace, and I think with a bit of guidance, and if we can sort of start to get him into some shape, you can see him within a month, picking up stuff, and he could surprise all of us.
There's only one off spinner we're interested in, which is Casey Carriappa.
There's always a big rush for overseas all-rounders because it's a rare commodity. The same thing with Indian fast bowlers. They're a rare commodity, and hence there will be heavy bidding in those two departments. Once you have your plans in place, and once you've done your simulations and you've done your data strategy and your video strategy and your trials, you should be very clear in terms of a decision tree that we go out and execute on the day. Any year can be the year. If you even look back to last year, you can be sure that one game would have put us to second place and one game has put us to last place. So I think the league has taken on a very different dimension, and I think that as fans and those who follow the game, if you actually focus on the kind of individuals that we have within the structure and within the side and the number of people that you would retain, you would understand that just with a few tweaks here and there, this is a championship winning side.
Not too tiring. Just the final few tweaks. Cool with Manoj, Kumar, retouch base. Now we're going for a nice team meal at a nice Chinese restaurant for Zoob's and Ranjit's favourite place. So yeah, off to dinner.